Bringing us to number 9, we have a shoe store owner will buy 10 pairs of a certain shoe if it's $75 per pair and 30 if it's $25 per pair. The supplier is willing to provide 35 at 80 per pair, but 5 at 20 per pair. We're asked to find market equilibrium point and describe its meaning, and answer the question of, given the opportunity, should the company produce 100 pairs of shoes, why or why not? So we see that immediately this is a case where we have a supply and demand. And so it looks like the demand is what's first, and then supply is the second thing that's brought up. So, and for both of these, it looks like we were given 2 pairs of points, so we will have to use point slope form for both of them. Our first point is going to be 10. That's not how you write a 10, Schlegel. 10.75. Our second point is going to be 30.25 for demand, and for supply, we have 35.80 and 5.20. So for both of these, we are going to need to label our X1s and our Y1s. And we need a slope. So let's go ahead and work on the demand one first. We've got for slope y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which gives us 25 minus 75 over 30 minus 10. And I'm going to swing it to Wolfram to do that for me. So 25 minus 75 over 30 minus 10. And we get the slope of negative 5 over 2, or negative 2.5. I'll go with negative 2.5. And so we can go ahead now and put that into the point slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And we get y minus 75 is equal to negative 2.5 times x minus 10. Again, giving that to Wolfram to get the alternate form that we prefer. Y minus 75 is equal to negative 2.5 times x minus 10. And everyone, we end up with the alternate form right here that we prefer. Y equals, and again, I like to have my x term first, so negative 2.5 x plus 100 for our demand function. Moving over to our supply function, we similarly need a slope to start things off. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we get 20 minus 80 over 5 minus 35. And for that, we end up with a slope of 2. Point slope form is next, everyone. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Our y1 value is 80. Our slope is 2. X minus x1 is 35. So, similar to the demand function, everyone, we want, or we prefer, slope-intercept form. So let's get an alternative form out of this. And so our alternate form is going to be y equals 2x plus 10. And so for number 9, everyone, we are asked to find market equilibrium. We need to remember that market equilibrium occurs when supply is equal to demand. So I can set these two equations equal to each other, and that will tell me what my market equilibrium point is. Again, x is always going to be the number of products, and y is always going to be the money. Separate these with the word and, so we get first equation and the second equation. And we end up with something that needs to be fixed. I put a plus there instead of an equal sign. My bad. We end up with x is 20 and y is 50. So again, x is always the number of the product, or how many, and y is always the price. And so in this case, for this shoe manufacturer, they should produce and sell 20 pairs of shoes at a price of $50 per pair. So I went ahead and wrote that out while I paused my video. And then for part B, given the opportunity, should the company produce 100 pairs of shoes? Why or why not? And for that, everyone, the answer is that market equilibrium occurs when they make 20 pairs. And so even if they were asked to make 100, that might sound like it's going to make something good happen. But what's going to end up happening is there will be 80 pairs of shoes beyond the 20 that market equilibrium happens at that they are not going to be able to sell at the price that they want, because they would be making more than the market can handle. So again, everyone, just kind of recapping part B, do not produce more than 20 pairs. You won't be able to sell them, and you will lose money.